Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. At Bill's place, Kelly asks Liam if he's okay. He says of course he's and thanks her for her get well cards. The nanny says his vitals are where they should be. Billy tells Kelly and Steffy that Liam can't get enough of his girls. He's a idol. Steffy can't believe she's saying this, but someone differently is a idol too. Sheila. Liam and Steffy go over the firing and she tells him Sheila ended up with 8 toes. Liam cracks that Finn saved his life and now he owes him. Steffy says Sheila did the right thing, she just hopes she keeps it up. Liam suppositions, but you're not holding your breath. Steffy tells Liam she was scarified she'd lost him and that Kelly had lost her father. It was each because of Luna. But you survived. He survived Luna's worst and he survived cancer. She's so thankful for the phenomenon of him. Liam doesn't suppose words live how blessed he is, he spent the once several months preparing to die. Steffy tearfully says, you're not going anywhere. Cleric interrupts Sheila's card game with his staff, and makes a toe joke as the workers walk out. He promises to be good and toe the line and kisses her. Finn appears and remarks that Deacon is keeping Sheila's spurts up. He wanted to stop by, check on her and thank her. Sheila tells her son she did what any decent human would have done, but Finn and Deacon contend she went over and further and put her own life at threat to cover Steffy. Sheila's sorry Luna put everyone through all of this, she was troubled. She believes in her heart of hearts that she didn't mean to harm anyone that day. Especially Steffy. Cleric doesn't want to talk about Luna, but Sheila says she was Finn's son and her granddaughter. She's sure Finn is hurting too. Finn doesn't want to get into that. He just wanted to thank Sheila for putting Steffy's well-being above her own. Sheila tells him people really can change. Deacon's seen it firsthand. Sheila credits Deacon for showing her she can change. She believes that if Luna had had the occasion, she could have changed too. Katie can't believe Brooke told Ridge she was considering inviting Nick to Naples. Brooke says Ridge wasn't happy about the idea. Brooke's sure Taylor would love for her to get caught up in Nick and forget about Ridge. Katie says that's not going to be. Brooke insists she's going to Italy on business, not to steal Ridge from Taylor. Katie says Italy is romantic and full of possibilities. Plus, Eric will be there lodging for their reunion. You can no way count out the magic of Italy. Katie exits and Brooke flashes to kissing Ridge in Rome. Ridge and Eric grouch about Nick hijacking their silk. Ridge harangues, why is he back? Eric asks his son what he's going to do about it. He launches into a speech about Ridge being pig-headed about Brooke. He's stuck between two magnific women. Eric knows he loves Taylor, but she's not Brooke, she's not your Logan. I know it, and you know it. Ridge tells Eric he needs to drop this. Eric refuses. He's treating Brooke unfairly and could lose her ever. Eric tells Ridge he put Brooke in the looker to remind him of the love he shares with her. He knows he wants to marry his kiddie's mama, but they're grown-ups. Ridge demurs. Eric says his life with Taylor would blench in comparison to what he could have with Brooke. She's waiting for him, and he takes it for granted. What if he wakes up one day and she's gone? What if you open your eyes and she's not there for you presently? What would that feel like? Eric insists the only person in the world for Ridge is Brooke. Taylor asks Nick if he's hoping to win Brooke over. He's not sure about that, but he's enjoyed spending time with her and where better to do it than in Italy. He's sure Taylor doesn't want to miss out. He coaxes her to hop on the Forester spurt and spend time with Ridge in Naples. She scoffs that Brooke would love that. Taylor laughs that this is a business trip. She's not hovered by Brooke being there with Ridge, so she's not going. Nick questions if she's being entirely honest with herself. He knows what Eric did at the fashion show. He's going to Italy, who's to say it wouldn't be again? Taylor wouldn't throw shade at Eric for supporting Brooke. Nick doesn't suppose it's right, if you ask him. She didn't. Nick wonders why she'd want to be in when she could be in Italy with her fiancé keeping a vigilant eye on effects. Finn and Bridget to be suspicious of Liam phenomenon. Nick and Taylor come to an understanding. Taylor will cross paths with Nick. It seems they will be talking about the bridge situation. Nick zoomed into Los Angeles and tried reconnecting with Brooke. Nick had one condition, however, and that was Ridge would have to be left in the history. Brooke isn't sure she can do that, but Nick sure is trying to swoon her. Nick and Taylor cross paths. Nick questions Taylor about her courting Ridge. Taylor clarifies she's not just involved with Ridge, but is engaged to be married to him. That's when Nick smiles a bit and declares that ground reuniting shouldn't be a problem. It seems that Nick and Taylor both want the same thing, to keep Ridge and Brooke piecemeal. So, I could see them making some kind of deal. There will be a scene in which Finn and Bridget bandy Liam's phenomenon. Still, none of it really makes sense to either of them. Bridget might be suitable to move on, but Finn seems fixated on working the riddle. There's also a scene that shows Grace and the mysterious surgeon operating on Liam. This could just be a flashback as we've formerly seen Grace go through some guilt. I can't imagine they would operate on his brain again if the reviews show the excrescence is gone. Eric urges Ridge to stop himself from making a big mistake. Indeed, though Eric told Taylor he was happy for her, he's going behind her reverse trying to reunite ground. Commodity is going to be when Eric, Brooke, Ridge, and Nick are each on the adventure. There's word that Brooke will fall into the water, but which man will be her idol? Liam cheated death doubly. Bill's son the luckiest man alive, or is the Spencer clan being conned by Grace? Liam survived getting shot by Luna. Finn and his platoon contended him to the operating room and removed the pellet. While Liam was recovering from his gunshot crack, his father Bill arrived at the sanitarium and learned that his son had been hiding his cancer opinion from him. Bill likes to play God and throw plutocrat at his problems. It wasn't long before he cooked up a deal with Grace to save his son. Grace and Bill checked Liam out of the sanitarium and took him to another position where Grace performed experimental surgery to remove Liam's inoperable brain excrescence. As soon as the surgery was complete, Bill Spencer wired her 1,000,000 bones. Not bad for a day's work. Bill could have just been conned. Grace is a medical professional. It's strange that she released Liam an hour after 2 massive surgeries. She explained that a nanny would visit Liam at the Spencer house and care for him, but it's all veritably suspicious. We can't forget all the shady stuff Grace's hubby was involved in, like using his medical credentials to steal babies and vend them. Still, and his father spent 1,000,000 bones on an imaginary surgery. If Liam wakes up and nothing has changed, Grace just scammed Bill and Liam? Eric, Brooke and Ridge are agitating Liam's phenomenon cure. Eric remembers what it's like to suppose you're going to lose your life and rejoices for Liam. He loves that their trip is still on and thinks it'll be life-changing for all of them. Eric shows Ridge and Brooke a videotape clip we'll put together of Forrester creations in Italy. Brooke and Ridge suppose the homage was amazing. Brooke is burdened a bit as it brings up recollections of her and Ridge from a veritably different time when they were still together. She says she was allowing of having Nick join them in Italy, which surprises both Ridge and Eric. Ridge says they're going on a business trip and he's not invited. Cleric is irked to find Sheila working, but she demanded to get out of bed as his force needs to be checked. Cleric prodigies if she's trying to distract herself and Sheila confirms she's concentrated on Luna and Liam. She had no indication Liam was battling cancer. Just also, Lee arrives and also discusses the phenomenon of Liam's recovery. Sheila notes the phenomenon but also that Luna didn't admit one herself. Cleric wants to hear nothing about Luna as she killed 2 of his musketeers and was responsible for this most recent tragedy. He's relieved they no longer have to deal with her insanity.